most definitely be going up to the top.
And there's always better times for a Vladimir. As we've come to know from top lane Vladimir, same story with mid lane Vladimir. Cat's not moving, he doesn't know he's here!
So cute, and now he's gonna get the knock up on Orion, who again does not have his flash. Here comes Thomas
so
Catch.
good!
See you later, what a play! First blood goes to Catch, very deservedly makes that play happen.
Catch is a monster, I love it so much! It's a perennial early thing that you watch, TSM games and Bjergsen and TL were highly prioritizing it. In Korea, it did fall away, but BD reminded us of Zoe's past. We've seen a lot happening around.
Force that flash away from the Vladimir, and still the flash gonna come in here from the Malzahar as following up with the flash here is Catch, but not sure they're gonna be able to lock this down. Nice dodge, and now the flash over by Ryan is gonna punish them both as he gets a double kill in the mid lane.
That was a real overinvestment by Kuza. He doesn't have Ignite. There was no thinking very little of their team from their play a couple of days ago. So with that pressure, speaking of pressure, top side, you should remember, doesn't have flash.
No flash. GLP comes in, but look at that long-range ultimate. Pop Blossom gonna lock him down, though. One auto from the turret would have done it, but he gets out of range. And Soar is gonna live as well. They get the kill, and now the push will come in from the Herald. If you're VSG, just based on your positioning, you don't try to force a fight here. From behind, Mountain Drake, a lot harder to use to say, okay. Coming on down as well. They're really looking to pressure onto this one as here comes another Ornn ultimate. This one gonna knock them both up into the double knockup. That's gonna make it two super easily and clean by the side of Zorn and his Ornn.
It's a tale of two cooldowns.
Second one as VSG are just sailing into this mid and late game. They're gonna get this one. Can he steal it? Yes, he can!
Whoa!
What is going on? Light showing the light to his team as he keeps their hopes alive.
Black Cleaver and Redemption can be upgraded from him. I think those are the three that he can upgrade. He can upgrade someone if he finds an ally, but right now it's enemies he's found.
You can see the exhaust and the frozen heart. He takes so long to die, but he is absolutely going to die as Catch interrupted that teleport. I'm thinking he should have let it complete.
Want to play one lane, because as we mentioned, they missed their pick timing, so they're just a siege comp. Meanwhile,
what is going on?
Catch stuns.
Catch, okay. He's going to try to get away from this one as well. The Q should be up in a bit, but he's not as fast. So Ruby is going to be able to easily take him out as not sure why he went in a second time. The first can be at times difficult. Ryan going for the solo here on the Infernal Drake as ES Sharks are just pushing on in. They're going to let that one go.
Seeing one for ES Sharks. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, in the game.
Going to be locking down the Morgana, who is going to flash away. Catch is going into that one. They're locking down the Rek'Sai in the mid lane, though. Ruby pretty low, but he's a Vladimir staying alive as they're trying to get on top of Light, and so is the top bench. But he's doing so much damage. He's just sitting there like his own turret, able to push back VSG. But it doesn't look like anyone else is going to die on the backside of so many low health bars.
Yeah, a lot of engage.
Okay.
Costa Curse is real. Sniped down by Light. They pick up that counter kill. And a setup. That is ultra frustrating for the team of ES Sharks. The moment they walk up, you know what tune we're going to hear about is.
Yeah, it's already happening. They're trying to lock down Ruby here, who has to go into the pool, but he's taken down as even Varus is going to get the kill. Oh boy, Ruby a little bit too tuned.
And this siege, it took a long time, but they're finally going to get out of mid lane turret.
That's a big one, and keep in mind, this is Glacial Augment on the Nico, so she's really holding everybody accountable for their positioning as now Data Corruption comes in and Soar in a little bit of trouble. Nice knock up to interrupt the dash as down he will go as well, and the charging train of the ES Sharks is going to stop there at the tier 2.
Mid-game, early game, but late game. The Q spam does so much damage. So for now, Kuzan's looking out, but here's the call of Forge Guard.
Pick and poke, but he's not going to be able to get that ultimate down, and Ruby's going to die immediately. And take a look at Light's positioning on the left side. Does so much damage and then gets devoured. Take a look at Veritas, though, still alive, trying to do that damage. Is going to flash on in, gets one. gets two. He's still alive in this one with the black shield. Trying to top down on Googer. Is going to flash forward here as Googer tries to get that kill, and he will, but eventually, at the end of the madness, VSG are going to take the fight.
I mean, look at the zoom in. There's bodies everywhere. It's an atrocity in the mid lane, but the only one living is Ryan. It looked like this was the fight that ESS was going to outplay when there was no connection on the court. The LCK, we saw Spear's Trojan for the maximum skating. But still, critical strike. He's doing plenty of damage. Got the Blade of the Rune King as well. Another call of the Forge Guard. This one registers.
That is going to knock up that Malzahar, and take a look at how he just disappears. The shield is going to save him, but the Nico's dead already. Nice devour, but the double knockup comes in, and it does not matter as Catch is all alone now. VSG probably just going to ignore him and go for that Baron after a very successful fight.
And that was just
actually a decent chance. You notice that Pure was trying to interrupt the backs here for quite a while as the push continuing to come in.
Back now. It's looking like you're right.
10 seconds left. Nice Cataclysm into the knockup, trying to delay them, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough as down will go Jarvan, and down will go the Nexus, VSG.
Seems like Ocean Drake Star is going to be at least not answered for the start, but for now at least Veritas and Pure considering contesting.
No Hemo play here, but Ryan is just going to walk on in and try to contest it. It goes the way of Israel. Thank you very much. His team kind of just inevitably falling there. As this time around, Jisoo with the Galio and the rest of his team. Soar gonna pile on the mistakes as he makes that one come true. First blood will go the way of the Cannon Jisoo.
You know what would have been pretty... Sadly, that VOD doesn't exist in high definition in Korean or English. I've tried to review it many times.
You've been trying to find my casting from way back when.
I was actually okay with the Korean or the English version, but the English version... Know your strengths.
Yeah.
Speaking of strengths, is Vladimir there yet?
You know, he's doing a nice amount of damage, but it's okay. Nicely done. That's not a top Kent. Light, though, is going to survive. The flash comes through, and now Jisoo gets a massive ultimate. Is going to be able to kill the Varus, but where is the follow-up? They want to get onto Ruby, and Light somehow is able to snipe him. This is an all-out slaughter fest for the side of the ES Sharks. Make that an ace with only the one kill going the way of Light.
And we definitely know that the timestamp of 19... Because normally it's just like a long pause. Nicely.
Yeah, you know what they say, be unique. And then when everybody's saying Naisu, you gotta be different. But we're saying Jisoo, and he's dead. Or is he? Okay, never mind. Hold that thought. He's gonna die in the end, but he gets the kill anyway as Light. It's now darkness. Not sure what that one was. He just TP'd into 3 people, Papa.
Your play-by-play does just outplay in most team fights. If you ask me how many times 5v5 did VSG win at these items, it's probably about 15 to 20. Boy, by Riot Games, we do have freelance contracts with them, so we literally get told nothing about any of these things. So there's no Easter eggs here.
And we're just as much in the dark as you guys.
It is actually Good Friday, so Easter eggs at reference. Here's the Wombo engage attempt, but they're thinking about it.
Looking to back off, though. Ruby in an awkward spot. Does get knocked up, but into the pool he goes, as it looks like this time around, ES Sharks just too far ahead. And even after that kind of hesitating. Yeah, don't think... okay, he's actually going to try. He's getting in there. This is going to be close, actually. They want to kill him first, as Pure is not going to be able to get it. Nice try, buddy. Would have been a huge fan if he could pull that off.
Yeah, it was an under-leveled smite, but a smite nonetheless, right?
Yep.
Coming in with the Abyss story. I think that was Sean P, if I remember correctly. But on the bot side here.
Yeah, Nautilus is pretty tanky, but he's now going to be devoured over the wall as Ruby goes in and he goes out. Can't explain that one. As, okay, Catch was really trying to get in there. May have to pay for it, but nice stopwatch as in goes the cannon. And see you later. Kind of a foregone conclusion at this point as Ryan trying to lock him down. May actually get him into Cataclysm here.
Pikachu, no!
There he goes!
Pikachu's dead.
Or Pikachu. Well.
They should be able to win the game here. The death timers are decently long.
Yeah.
Veritas trying his best.
Oh no!
Respawns. Minion wave. Okay, minion wave's here. Where the respawns at? Still 20 seconds.
Not like this, Galio. Okay, there you go. 15-5 ES Sharks. Very easily gonna be able to shut
definitely would have flirted with the...
Catches back, actually, down on the bottom side.
He still has his flash, even though he's been active. Here's a nice angle!
Oh, that is a fantastic engage into the flash knockup. First blood goes on to Pure with the GP. Alley-oop from the top side. A little bit of an... The lane was pushing, but you can see he's trying to thin out the wave first so they don't get wrecked. And now here comes the flash on in with the Cataclysm, and Jisoo trying to do his best. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Mighty Bear will be able to pick up that kill.
Takes a lot of time, and they will lose Mountain Drake for this unless they start rotating really soon. Seems unlikely they have control ward control of this bottom side river. So it took a long time, a lot was invested. They do get the kill, but it goes on to the Jarvan. Wait and see where Jarvan is going.
As VSG going to move on over as Catch is doing the Rift Herald after 14 minutes, and VSG will net them.
It's not necessarily brainless, but it's very straightforward what teams want to do. People make mistakes when they don't have to think much. It's
Mighty Bear, he doesn't have a flag. He used it on the Scuttle Crab, so they take him out. No escape for the Jarvan. Should be another Drake that goes to the side of the Sharks.
And that's the penalty of the lull state that I was building towards. It's top lane.
Zod in a bit of trouble, but is going to try to distortion over. He's going to dodge that Proto Belt as he's really trying to play around here, but not going to be the case. Nice pickup there for Soar.
All things considered, though.
Now we're doing Baron, but Veritas has the red buff, so actually has a nice amount of HP regen here.
And do note, he wants to disengage.
Jisoo is going to be able to get out of this one with this blast, but Mighty Bear kind of all alone here awkwardly is going to take a huge amount with the Slicing Maelstrom. They were baited into it. The one kill comes in, and the health bars aren't there. Zor with a really nice Zonias to stay alive in this one. Is even going to be able to get away, but then the flash comes in. He's not going to be there as Veritas, the only damage dealer left. Taunt comes through, and it doesn't look like the Sharks.
Mindless action, but it wasn't really introduced. It was just kind of a sentence fragment of like, by the way, we started going. So bizarre how they pull up. So I thought the payoff's not what it once was after multiple different GP reworks. 6-item AP cannon, pretty scary, Valdez, is all I'm saying.
Oh boy. Well, we're using everything to try to kill Soar here as look at the burst damage. NT might get away.
Oh,
but oh, okay. Well, he's got a barrel here. Can he get it? Yes, he will. That's just going to be LeBlanc coming in. As was pretty cute to avoid that first
on the WWF and report Mighty Bear and add it to the list of endangered species. Speaking of species,
I suppose the Gargoyle is one, but Pure is going to pay his price as well as Cougar, surprisingly tanky. Nice Emperor's Divide is going to get everybody away. As it doesn't look like Patch was going that deep with his ult. Soar trying to come on the Lucian. That's a big confidence
when in doubt, Valdez, start the Baron.
Yeah, and you talked about running into barrels. This is exactly what they don't want to do here, VSG, and it looks like and the Sharks are saying, please give us an Elder as soon as possible. They'll take out this final Elemental Drake. Down it goes. Inhibitor turret going down in the lane of Jisoo, almost hitting level 18 here, but with no flash, can they get on top of him here? In a ton of trouble in the Cataclysm. Looks like this time it'll go down, but of course, once you do commit everybody down there, Kuzan can come in and do a bit of damage.
Let's see if we get those shiny damage numbers. Jisoo's setting up around the Elder. Face checking a GP's barrels used to be one of the scariest things in the game a few years ago.
Take a look at Light just soloing this down like it's nothing, like it's a regular Drake just goes down to the 80 carry. Redemption is going to come in, but Light's going forward. Soar with the defensive Maelstrom coming in, and Cougar only going to get the support here, trying to re-engage his Mighty Bear. But it just looks like VSG don't have the firepower as in goes the entire team of the Sharks. And the rest of VSG just being burnt down from that Elder. Trying to put some damage back and a TP back, but that's just hilarious in the face of the Sharks as it looks like they'll take out Soar, and they should take out the game.
The chase is very fruitful for the ES Sharks as they've adjusted their drafts and played the early game. Even in games like this where VSG try to make a small change, a couple of members come in, the amount of greedy scaling goes down. It's not enough, and the ES Sharks welcome back to the Rift, 2-1 up, and that means only a single more game victory required to book a date against Jin Air Green Wings on Sunday for the final spot into LCK Summer 2019.
And the Sharks starting. So
that's
I don't know the lore, but if this was your life, you're just running around fighting stuff that hurts you. It's kind of scary. Speaking of which, Light trying to avoid this one, but he's going to get pulled in, and the damage is easily there. First blood will go the way of VSG.
Well, that was straightforward. R into Doom.
They can snowball this into some other nice stuff. A first break might go their way, unless Catch has something to say about it.
He does.
Okay, and if he dies, this is going to be really, really sad. As he goes in, misses the smite on a Cloud Drake, and then dies. They're still winning the lanes. Bottom lane is doing fantastically. It's really going to be up to Kuzan here. The culling comes out, trying to get that when he flashes in. With the Ignite, not quite going to be able to kill him, and Catch not in range for that ultimate just yet. Shatter. A flash comes on in. Here's Tom Kent as well, trying to punish the Rek'Sai. Yes, he will. An extra kill. Gonna go the way of VSG.
Kuzan seemed to flash in place during. No worries there. No Teemo problems, but a trade of summoners, no kill, and then Catch walking to the weak side. He thought he was interrupting Herald. Speaking of interrupting.
Not gonna interrupt you there, as down he goes. Pretty straightforward. We'll have to see how that one.
2 kills. Yes, we know about that, but the turret plays are contributing a significant amount of the advantage for VSG.
Nice Drake here for their being ahead, and speaking of which, they're really trying to push their advantage once again. TP here on a Veritas, but they're gonna find Googer down in the bottom side. All alone here is just gonna pay the price as TP does come in. They're thinking about going for this engage. Not quite gonna go 15 minutes, and somehow VSG weren't able to get picks, or they botched something, then maybe, but Kuzan's gonna Lois QSS and say, well, take me with you, I'm dead.
Did he QSS nothing? I think he did.
Well, it ain't. I'm just going off of your deep answer.
Yes. Gotta talk about something in some of these games. Let's talk about this.
He was thinking about flashing, getting close, but now he's got a TP coming in and Catch. There's the flash. He's going to be able to get the kill with that one, so makes it happen. Gets the kill, and yeah. Even if they know, it just feels like they're not confident to go in, as now they're finally checking through a million wards, as well, they flew too close to the sun here. Soar now getting into range, doesn't have his flash this time around, as nice big damage comes out from Light. It's going to kill the clone, but that's about all he can kill in this game. Catch now looking for the follow-up.
Okay. Here.
Gonna get Ruby, but can they get anything else? Once again, Jisoo not quite able to
Too much. Too damn much. Baron buff stats should be discussed. So I believe it's what, support and top lane without QSS? We don't have the overlay up, but I believe that's true.
Yeah, I believe you are right. As Veritas going 1v5 over here. Has a little bit of help from his friend, the Skarner. Not much to scream about anymore, as
going to be pushing in bot lane. Baron still a minute and a half, not even just a minute and a half, so a couple of minion waves coming in, backdooring this turret, and you know what, he'll keep fighting for now.
Kuzan is trying so hard to make this happen. The Devour is not going to come through. Veritas, look at him stand up to all of those enemies as Catch. There was only one direction for him to go, and it was to his death. As the rest of him going to get a big redemption into the follow-up Baron push.
And now VSG is pushing through. They've already got one inhibitor turret, I believe. Nope, just trumped it out. This should be the first inhibitor turret of the game.
Ruby moving forward, and unfortunately for Jisoo, there's not much that he can do alone, especially with the super fed Forest, that the ability to go down in 2 straight up embarrassing games and get destroyed by the Sharks 2 in a row, and then come out in game 4.
It was played around the world. I believe played in the LJL. Ruby was training on a Freak of Freaks, Veritas in the EU LCS, and Pure is a long-time LCK pro on Najin for many years alongside OQ. Still, they walk up here, and could there be any punishment?
Well, they're going to get on top of that Tom Kent, but look at Soar and Ruby into the background. The Hemo play finally comes through, but Googer's going to die, and so is Catch. They just straight up don't have enough money and not enough damage to hold off VSG in the onslaught.
And looking for a payout, they were waiting for the late game. It ain't coming. VSG is forcing game number 5.
It's gonna happen. These two challenger teams trying so hard to keep the dream alive. As Jisoo is gonna go down here, the Nexus will as well. We are gonna be going to that game 5 that you did mention. Most likely for the top lane here for Jisoo. VSG on their side going to round out their
play. Not the greatest straight to answer it, but you take a freebie and you just back away. Just coming back to the what if question, I wouldn't be a caster if not for what if. Use their Abyssal Voyage and VSG said, oh, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your Drake is topside.
Speaking of which, this time around, no ultimate available. Flash comes in, plus the ultimate.
Yeah.
First blood, nicely done by Jisoo as well to tank that one out and make that kill available.
We found a bully, it's Catch.
Like you're just getting camped up in the top side, and you have to rely on your team to carry a lot of the time, but take a look at this once again. Nice stun onto Catch, but unfortunately he can drop aggro. The Hex Drinker helps out, but a simple flash from Kuzan will get him to safety.
Even though they had to labor, it's Rex, as we know, but might not have been full information. The side of VSG, no pressure onto him. They actually pressure late to try to clean up the Drake and the Rex side.
Okay, nice amount of damage there. That's that Press our Syndra coming into effect with no
pressure by VSG. However, spotting the Rex side as top side, there's a lot going on.
Look at Kuzan just going 1v2, and oh boy, that arrow is gonna hit onto the Lucian, who does not have anywhere to go here. No cleanse, no QSS, and the 2-second stun. Root is going to come in. There's nowhere for him to go. Nice pick there from the side of the ES Sharks.
Yeah, the arrow actually traveled enough that it was over a 2-second stun of itself.
Yeah.
Not quite the first 3.5. Here's the members.
They're looking for more, and you can see that Ryan wanted none of that. Just immediately got away, left Morgana to die.
Whoa, she went into dust, literally. That's sad. You want to go together.
Yeah.
Winning lane, I guess that's why Blade came in, but right now the build doesn't give you a lot of immediate power.
Ruby fishing here for some kind of pick, has to flash away as Pure. Gonna create space with that ultimate, but now he doesn't have a shield, and he's gonna be hit in the face with that arrow. But they might have vision. They weren't able to get the kill here. Kuzan in the backline is gonna go down. Great kiting from the side of VSG. They're gonna get a couple of kills now. In goes Aurelia. You can see Clash trying to get on in there, but not quite able to get the kill as Jisoo. It's all up to him in the Shroud. He gets one, gets two. Gets out to safety.
With the Conqueror, it's a lot of sustain as well.
And he's going to get the plant. They're turning.
Remember that comp has single target deletion. They want to use all their single target CC to get people. The Black.
By the way, Syndra died.
Oh, wow, that's awkward. I missed how that happened. I was focused on the fight. But at this point,
you stayed a little bit too long. Very, very simple kill there. As the Sharks are going to return to the Mountain Drake after that kill. Very easy. Snatch up
top. If they're playing bot side, they can't use that Realm Walk. It ends up being kind of a, not a useless ability, but definitely an unlikely one to find a big advantage.
Feel the tension building in this game as even VSG are fighting back. The TPs are coming in as Ryan with a nice Cataclysm into that back line. But do they have the damage? It doesn't look like it. Jisoo is still alive with a huge amount of damage coming out from that perfect execution. But it goes Soar, still looking for the opportunities. Down will go Catch here, but Light getting pretty low, but still Jisoo is alive in the background, and it's all Kuzan as well. That stays alive for so long on that tanky rise, the bruiser rise, as you mentioned. The TPs are coming in, and the Sharks are going for the end.
They're going for as much as they can get, possibly Valdez. It was all about the staying power of the items on ES Sharks. They went early, they needed to buy time, but time is something they were able to build, and their time to make it to the final best of 5 might be now. They're going to get, at minimum, this inhibitor, and they call in Kuzan for the TP.
They're going for more. 10 seconds on Morgana.
Is this too greedy?
12 on the Syndra. They're going to try to ignore the Jarvan here. Oh, now they're turning onto him.
That's a bit confused.
Yeah, okay, they're going to get Jarvan here, but... Okay, the guard comes in. I'm like, where did he go? Down goes Jarvan, but they stop the killing of the base, which is pretty huge.
Look at how much free damage they take to VSG fighting back as the Mountain Drake is being taken in the picture-in-picture. Then Jisoo needs everything. to wait out, to occupy space. Watch the perfect execution in that possibility. But now Aurelia going to show herself onto the minion waves, and those wards, they're running out real soon.
Yeah.
Like now. They're gone.
They're gone. They don't see anything. I mean, there's the one on the left side now that Pure just placed down. That's going to be the key one right behind them. But already, Ruby's going to disappear before the fight even begins. But they trade him back on a Jisoo. Now trying to land that binding as Cougar trying to just get the Devourer onto Soar, but the knock-up here by Ryan is going to deny it for now. Really all eyes on Kuzan, and he's the big damage. Soar trying to get on in there, but the aftershock is huge. Ryan gonna go down, his light still available, just standing still and delivering, and Kuzan is still very high on the health and should be able to win this fight for him. It's only Veritas left over. As the ult will come in, and see you later. Double kill will go down, and it looks like the Sharks are going to go for the end now.
I think they're trying to buy time, but I don't think it's enough with Abyssal Void. It's unlikely, but VSG, they're not done yet.
They're not done, but here you can see Ryan shows himself on the super minions in the bottom side, and so the Sharks just say, okay, we'll just take this one.
No mistake about that. You can't walk past.
Base of that damage. He's surprisingly tanky. Not much. Or not enough damage, I should say, because they do have a decent amount of damage as Ryan is going to have to also go back. So 2 inhibitors fall. Veritas trying to get on into Jisoo. Actually, the culling is going to be used here. It's going to flash an ult away to turret. So not much of a defense left over for the side of VSG. Just that one Nexus turret.
They can draw the minion wave to mid though. As here we go.
Light just walking forward there. Cougar has to save his life, but now Jisoo in the back line. Hasn't been a help from his friends, but he's going to be ulted down. But Rise, Kuzan still available, doing that damage. Flashes forward, he's going to bounce some on top of that Aurelia. And nobody can stand up to this Rise now. And it feels like the side of the Sharks know it too. The damage is going to be enough. Ryan is going to be interrupted. They're going to get every kill. And it looks like the ES Sharks are going to buy themselves one last ticket to try to make it into the LCK.